The Frontline with Kwaku Annan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwaku Annan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwaku Annan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwaku Annan, only on CTV.
The latest Afrobarometer report by the Center for Democratic Development, CDD, has revealed a historic decline in public trust in Ghanaian institutions, with citizens expressing deep concerns over the integrity of state entities, including electoral commission's ability to conduct free, fair, and transparent elections. According to the report, public trust has ended significantly in institutions such as judiciary, tax authorities, the presidency, and parliament, with particular skepticisms directed toward officials perceived as corrupt. Tonight, the spotlight is on the CDD's latest Afrobarometer report. I am Kwaku Annan, and of course, we are coming to you live tonight from this very HQ, of course, the television station CTV, live from this studio here in Accra, and of course live across dozens of stations picking the feed, including our very own in Sunyani on 88.1 FM. We're live in Western Region on 99.1 FM, and of course live in London on GOB on tuningmodernghana.com. Still on GOB, pick it up on www.gobtv.tv. plus Apple Music. We're live tonight on Information Superhighway on YouTube, Facebook, and the link is my CTVGH plus the interactive segment on the WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. On the WhatsApp interactive segment 020-297-3461, and I promise you all messages will be read. Tonight we are following up on a pretty fascinating developing stories, multiples of it all across, and may I say, over the weekend. Some parts of the regional capitals have been very, very busy, and our eyes were gauged on all angles. Tonight, the Center for Democratic Development, CDD's latest Afrobarometer report captures a wide range of state institutions reportedly in the very situation, describing them as most corrupt state organizations, of which it is said that after the report, many Ghanaians, who were questioning us with regards to their mindset on these, state institutions, of course, registered crestfallen. Many Ghanaians have been disappointed about these state institutions, including found these institutions as the most corrupt. Now, Ghanaians have expressed their crestfallen, if you like, some form of disappointment, if I have to break it down, in the Electoral Commission, which, may I say, now 40 more days to go to the polls. The Ghanaians do not have faith in the Electoral Commission. Ghanaians don't trust the Electoral Commission in what you call or may describe as free, fair, transparent elections. Ghanaians don't trust tax authorities, whose responsibilities is to go and conduct exercise to pay tax for the development of this country. Indeed, Ghanaians don't trust the police administration and other state institutions, but the Ghanaian trust the military. Ghanaian trust some, the media and other state agencies. Folks, which of this would you say we need to brace ourselves for, folks? So the CDD Afrobarometer report brings up a scalding explosive report. I haven't seen some before. Tonight, our eye is gauging on this. Number 2, our breaking news story coming very shortly would be what? The independent candidates Cynthia Mamley Morrison yesterday come under barrage of attacks, call it a sporadic gunshot across within the Aguna Enyan constituency. Yesterday night, our correspondents were on the ground. What did we get, folks? We'll share this with you pretty soon. And then also, we have picked a secret classified report, a secret classified intelligence report of a group of people being trained, a paramilitary training in one particular location. Who is training these people and for what? Well, may I say, our intelligence report has nipped a brother of the vice president and a group of people. We have the names here, we have videos, we have pictures of this group being trained by who and for what. Folks, all this report is coming. And then number 3, there's a special report for the National Democratic Congress. Tonight, I need top the hierarchy of the NDC. Please lend us your ears, and then we're going to give you a very, very, blunt letter written to the National Democratic Congress. I'm going to read that letter for the National Democratic Congress. And of course, we are going to give you the part 2, or bring you the part 2, Parliament versus the Judiciary in the eye of the storm. Another horrific account. All of these plus more coming on the nation's biggest investigative magazine show, The Frontline, with Kwaku Annan and the entire team. Folks, brace yourselves as we connect all regional capitals, and of course, also including the social media, YouTube, Facebook. Still, you can view the show on your television. If your television is a smart one, flip through and CTV will just pop up. Now, your inability to watch on your television, go to social media, Facebook or YouTube, and the link is My CTV GH. My CTV GH. Of course, call a friend, a brother, a sister, uncle, anybody. Throw the link to them, share with them, and tell them this is the nation's biggest investigative magazine show. This is where Ghana, we are telling the truth. Folks, a lot is coming. Don't you miss this special editions. Folks, let's get started. And I drew a higher shit. And you may group no so door so chain. A yama 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure 5. 1. And Rechia CDD Center for Democratic Development for Ghana for Muni Medumakwe. One of the report Kesibia Betua, sa report each say. Edumaku ahudwa. One of Buama Ghana yediye. Many of this enumaku nara a womakoye nhwehwemu hono. Kire se katasehye ne proye ne dream pa e wo hono enya asem ketwa. Na wonum kan ya mani kowie se, in fact, even electoral commission ya ene aka 40 more days me yakọ abatwe. Ghana for any GDA e wo electoral commission. Enye CDD for no e person omo de kasa o. It is according to the CDD's own report. Ghana for ni GDA wo adiwem. Na ayasem papa sa. Can you imagine? This is according to the CDD's latest Afrobarometer report, and I'm going to share with you tonight. Now, report ne san koya chirechire mu se afi yehwe enumaku a ana asoya wonom ne Ghana for edi nkuta honom ne ade a wo ye corrupt pa. The office of the president, the presidency, was cited in the report. The Ghana Police Service was cited in the report, and other state parastatals. Folks, very mind-blowing report. Now, report is cited in Numokuo Ahudwa, Wamia corrupting. I feel report also prepare how election 2024 is going to pan out, and which political party be you know be renew need now reporting. Folks, tonight, brace yourself. CDD Afrobarometer reporter, me de bro, I know she papa, and easy. What the neutral wa? Now you are about 4 or so developing story, de bro. Now the question number 2, and they say the Frontline has picked a secret classified intelligence report, and so intelligence report here the be 2 day say enipakuo bia wonomo ye train womo ewo omaimu baby ye wo din baby a training e koso ye wo a secret paramilitary training e koso sabri. The dates in which are Yes, share, sir. Womunya sa training na our intelligence report. Yes, folks, I'm not kidding with you. Na maminka se mintre NDC mpenifo ene mwa yebeto mo so aba sabri se he se NDC fo mani mre ya wo ho muntie o se NDC fo mani emre election we ya I'm telling you MPP for metimi aka kirem se MPP for if election be muntie ni yo asema mani mu kan ya grow se election bi wo ho a MPP fo ni abre sa election so a me kan won yankopon di mu de kire all the stakeholders in this election 2024 is this is an election the new patriotic party when we abre so etching any elections that they've ever had in this country, and there's a reason why. I may perhaps explain the reasons going forward. Na mamu fe ni agro NDC for me se mamu fa election we ni agro, even though NPP for ni nim say their 8-year tenure has expired. However, they are not leaving any stone unturned and they are not taking any chances. I'm telling you. Now NDC for impeni for brace yourself tonight because more special letter be where say me kan mamo. Sa letter ne mu hu papa NDC for letter be di ha. Say me kan sa letter no edema NDC. So I beg of you NDC Star Wars and I say impeni for am war party na mesremo lend me your ears. And again tonight the United States State Department of course has issued a statement. And now I can say yes, the U.S. government is wielding the what? Is wielding the stick and ready to whip up the ass, the grown-ass men, the politicians. Samate. The United States government, State Department, has issued a statement, and they are wielding the stick, ready to whip your ass. All the grown-ass men, they're gonna whip your ass big time. Into mumbedin samone, including Muamaya Madrin say, Mo pese mo yeden. Mudie to trust them. Hey, metumi aka say MPP for mini election way at all front, including violence. Oh, bonny. Nenemi be yin some watch them. Hey, Radi Yesu. A big picture. So, our classified report about paramilitary training at Air Koso, Ewo Bronibi, Bronenemi Mudi, Yebebaso. Because report na Abu Bo Enipa, Wamuwo. Report efe ye do omko training no report na bobo mu na adi yes me kan kra kire mo report no abobo wo mu na adi ena nipa no so a report no bobo mu din no so wo mo nso bebre ye nim bebi a wo mo hyehyɛ yes I'm not lying folks me say report na bobo mu din na dia me kan say anadwe wei quickly the message they are tossing is there. Ediba kwa report na abono. Say Vice President and say candidate Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia ne brother ni DPSR report him. Yes. Now the American can say anadi. Look, we have videos and pictures of this training. Then we are the American say we need the brother of the vice president. So beba or that's be issue rejoinder or be clear no. We just our doors are open say ne brother no so to me be clear no. Say you know per what we have we still will say you know o me yehu enyo no nso a o me yehu any din a ewom e din na wo report mu so no wo mu na so we can trace their whereabout e wo my way mu enye better sa. Yeah. And Anadri, folks, brace yourself. There's a lot coming. Now, Yesansu was special report on Parliament versus the judiciary in the eye of the storm. And also your report. And now, Adebisu AC Ivory Coast here, our neighbor, our border here. NPP, the governing new patriotic party for Adebi Ivory Coast. I'll tell you tonight. Look, with this short days here, our intelligence team are scattered all over, both local and foreign. We've zeroed down, the Trojan horse zeroed down, and we are monitoring the development 24/7, leaving no stone unturned. Folks, there's a lot coming tonight. And then may I say, tonight I have the very final latest report for you on the status of Nana Asante Bediatu tonight. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to give you the latest on Nana Asante Bediatu. And I say, the governing New Patriotic Party led by the President Akufo, come and tell Ghanaians the truth. Come, because Odi Sika and Amodiya Sansam Funo. Come and tell Ghanaians what Ghanaians need to know. One way best no masha see one more bed, then no masha see your bear. After all, Nipa Anameboa. Come and tell Ghanaians. Come. Nana Asante Bediatu Abusia for come, Mumra Bontain, come. Namuche. Hade. But tonight we have the latest report. I don't know. It's a whole lot. Just a oh God of Israel. Anyway, folks. So quickly, without time delaying, because I'm not here. Now, Midurim, up next is Ghana Speaks Proudly, brought to you by Ora Black Star for Omodia. Dede Baby Bena Kosuni in Sa Senwa. And Sa Senwa, a man for air kohon to Quanamini Adeno. The air catcher one say, so one wood to me a day, Ebabe GBA, and che Womobebwao. Na and Yoma Atotona Quemo. Now, Shannon so, say. And so I see a one crahanka city the capital into Kwa was on a Dawson. Into Quano a Dawson. Now, Unia be a link now. My CTVGH, Bibrina complaining some Munya link no. My CTVGH. Bomodiana was my Uniebina Unyebi, because I sometimes, internet and a year rough kakra. Was my Uniebina Unyebi so Unyebi wate. I Nanioma and the Dana Quemu. My CTVGH. I link Bibia Yemfa and to come. Now, and I'm say, and so I say what on Maimu has, especially in the capital, problems in Kwa. Into the Ayana say, Mimini Drumokui, a year from saying, Ora Black Staff wedding, Comosa Momra, Namomebwa, into Akojin Sasi, Bipripi, hundreds and hundreds of acres of land. And they say, was us now into Kwawasu the Dana, in Cranting Kutuku, Nuyani Adin, a year more, so Jato, Nabeji, Mubi, Ubejia, Nafi. Between and a Kakranka crow, Utan and Kakra Krinya, a Bema Quine, and with me at the AC a day so at the same time. Then we are, who sitting Kakranka Cranon, so not Utia Copmes will be TV. As I see one more, I be beer, one would ensure call, or the electricity call, yet the Venzer access road near the call. It's a problem beer no, what the answer say, O Koshe, a fee beer not we need to say that you be see o pension house. Obequam, Jim and Wakwakutim. It be so when you car crop as investments into the cluster of buildings, specifically then hotels, Airbnb, nominee there, Monso as Abri Munia Brea. This time more fashion, I'm obviously Musi Dan ten, a cool young coupon, Tower of Babel, Nimrod, the DNB, Yamoa Quenya, Ora Blaster for 8 young, or China Tuesday for 1 was 053 617 6327 number in a good screen zone 053 617-6327 on Bejoso. And Sassini Nasu Chrome, you'll be o Quabenya, your Caswa, Dintra, Amasaman, and Sawum Botiano, Bibri, Nina Wokrum, O Cotona, we see Udaya, we need problem. Biase, Langa the same bienno. I guarantee you, Langa the same bienno, no be Sudai, and Wasum Adro, come. Take a listen to Ora Blasters.
Oro Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabinya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
For the purpose of those of you who just joined, tonight is a special edition and we are following up on multiple stories. Folks, CDD, Center for Democratic Development, or latest Afrobarometer report, has captured a wide range. State institutions are corrupt power. Nina will document them. Look for a copy. Yes, me a copy. One can say here will copy. Yeah, na me pese me yeah this time. I don't want to be a conduit for supplying document. No. Go out there and look for a copy of the CDD. Eyedumakua almost 7 Ghana for, not necessarily that they are 7 Mikweku. No, go and look for a copy. Okay? Go and look for a copy. So the Afrobarometer report of CDD, eno ya deba. Now report ne chemu mienu institutions are corrupt, including the presidency. So those of you lunatics who are on the line, I'm starting a bodam for na mebegu line. So now, ubedi the attempt said there's another stupid fool called AB. What line is ubedi the attempt as if se mina mature sa report a lunatic fringy. Go and ask them. CDD for says our report on woman a tray and I say one a tray. A scavenger and a rock. Mo bodam na munwe no a mo magana ye nyaso. All right, those of you good ones on the line, take care of him. Now, sa report ya chemienu. Institutions are massively corrupt. And then election 2024. This is the report. And folks, pretty fascinating, you need to know it. And how in our intelligence classified reports we have picked about an ongoing paramilitary training in some region B. Why they training why? Report na betche. Now, report no so abobo nipa bi din a sa nipa no wo mu na din wo ho. One person I met him the source now ban say an allegation B has been fired on the vice president, the brother. Ni din wo report no ye bebo. Na no na maka say so nim hu bia omra bonti no meme ntie ne ne. Ye wo videos, pictures, but we're going step by step. And we want the names. Names no so women say names no. You can trace the names to penifobia so a ebirimu bodyguard to some penifo no. Yeah. And why the sponsors are paramilitary training? We'll get there. A DB pure report, please. We are asking you simple. Come forward here. Opa, don't come. Issue a statement, press conference, whatever you want to do. And the Wawa Sama, near day, yentimi, ye who said ye bear, and one na ye denioma air day. Equinim, simple, titia, a patrol. And to take note of that. Now, your science war part 2 of the Parliament versus the judiciary in the eye of the storm. Something terrible is also coming from that end. Right? And then we have a special letter B for the National Democratic Congress. When a trocrate, now we see DNA womb. NDC impending for please lend us your ears. And then, of course, the United States government tonight is wielding the stick and ready to whip the ass of Ghanaian politicians. Yes, they're going to whip your ass, all right? The grown-ass men. They will whip your ass well. Mo abodam for muti Ghana, my imagine said. Election 2024, mo be kosu etu trasem, mo be die etu trasem, ne mo tweja aso Ghana ha, including mo plans, evil plans to rig the elections. Mo ya matamo passport ne mo dwane akọ America na so come yen hwade. Ye na mo be ka. And tonight we employ all these events European nations here. All of you monfa statement and rabonte. Obia anka them. Every politician, NDC, MPP, Obianka them. Yes, be dimu drum muade na mo amuso mu yakaka binfo ye na yentra ha. Obianka them. Obia beka them tonight. And somewhere they ban a draw soon. Now, our intelligence is also tracing something. Ecoso Ivory Coast, our just neighbor here, border here. The new patriotic party for a year debut of Ivory Coast, tonight, and it's maybe a swatcher. There's a lot coming. But folks, before quickly then we go into Ghana Speaks, we have this our quick. Yenya di binafi yemra na yemhwe hawa enieme bi ebesia ebekoron yemfa entutu ye. Well, tonight, our breaking news story tonight, we are bringing you a our breaking news story. Of course, the Frontline is learning that supporters of independent candidates, Cynthia Mamley Morrison, and the candidates for the governing New Patriotic Party at Agona Nyekrom yesterday night clash, a fatal clash. Oshe scenes Nibia, Najaze, very, very deadly. Papa. Tonight. So we're gonna bring you this breaking news story, and may I say this is just about 27 minutes after the hour 8. This is Frontline breaking news story. Our breaking news story, but quick one. Nana Ekuya, I love you so much for your comment. But you know what, Ekuya, let me do this with folk. Okay? One thing cements the way each and every one of us we do our things. They be my advice in Nipase. Se uko akoshe obi program, be that is television or radio, with the mindset to go and listen or view, or otherwise, you are simply going to denigrate, insult, and all of that. Three things I've said. Take one. Either say you go view, listen, pick something out of it, or you don't even go there at all. But again, think about it this way. Oh, Kwaku show be program. Now the ukoya na uko jina nipa no programs no ana. Unya drew wape then. Oh, fire all cylinders. Oh, the answer when you drew nipa the program as a cry. Now say you go there and you throw the ballistic of what? Insult. Who did nipa natem or you fool or you say, ha, Kwaku. This guy, or T4SFNABIN, or you rack, or you just a rack to mop the floor. And I don't have patience for animal. Me won't. I respect people, but these people of color, Miss Meka who be no. Nemeka say I'm a color, but here is different. Yeah, so I don't tolerate such lunatics in that category. No man, I don't tolerate that because me person be yansa na ye too multiple. No one say we nipa brani ensua de. But say MPP na we yenti na oba na odi ba be insult. Na say aboa na we na say me catch us so we aboa. You are not sensible enough. And some of these things we call Bible na we can impo ho. Could read Proverbs 26 waka ho. Enti ese nipa ye hwem ye jai sa de no. Amanyokuo na obia ye nioma de media no hifa. Obia ye ne de o. Media no enka semi ma wa amanyokuo. Leave there, go and do something else. Don't go and insult the person as if say nipa no want to come. I mean, what kind of a ban? But then folks, tonight, as of yesterday, folks, the atmosphere was seriously bleeding with a sporadic gunshot in a Nyakrom, and I said, Agona Nyakrom, as far as Cynthia Morrison is concerned. There was a sporadic gunshot, fatal incident, and as we speak, we are learning that one person has sustained severe injuries. As we speak, still under critical conditions. Now, folks, let's watch some of the footages. May I say, viewers' discretion, can be exercised on some of the footages we're about to watch. But again, we don't have any option done. Say, we want to give you the pictorial situation, what is going on there. Now, you be saying, Mami Cynthia Morrison, wakoni independent, MPP musume ko imo candidate. Asem baby. Take a listen to this, folks.
One baby, rap on a one bullet in you. Whoa, watch a bullet in you. Tokuni. Whoa, Grace. Whoa, what was a Grace? Bakusuni. Let's have one. Baumia, they catch a one. Oh, Nippon Mojanio. Maybe now at all. What large tanko, we are constituency chairman, who did China Assembly? Cresata, Obalusu, who didn't you go to Kukumbo, Obalusu? Says in Jamaica, we are done with a bus of Barton. Parliamentary candidates watch here too. I will be so. I'm away from the person.
Great, folks. So already Kosua, and our eyes on that constituency, and of course tonight I want to tell you is yes, we are monitoring the situation closely. Now, the United States government, State Department precisely, issue some restrictive have issued a restrictive ban be at the abeto. Now, one of the ama politicians in Ghana toward the elections, na mami America for na omde ba na folks move on to screen is no be an share. Adia United States for the abe and da hono. Yes. Visa restrictions no omde aba. Asam omde aba ni na so on say State Department womo logo ne da hono. Yes. Now, since omde ade aba beto hono. Kire say one more Ghanaian politicians near Bomokoko. Any politician be a war maimu. I obey what they say, woman, asumdre, Emma, Muntin you into what can be a and you know why it's steady. You want to say, what visa bishan chain. Into we are, you want to use the United States as a safe haven. Okay. Also, the U.S. Department of State has announced a new visa restriction policy against individuals responsible for undermining democracy in Ghana. Right? And at that Monday, 28th October 2024. All right? Now listen. We are Ghana ni now we are man say MPP, say NDC, whichever way. And now we do two baby near Babe Hayo. Unkwana we are a fence and macho. Now we are kukudro for now we are pataku jekuba obo. Tie, wona we patakuna jekuba obunti. Ye ba be rentu ana se kona kodie tutasam. Na ya catch us oh ye give visa. Nti se ya give visa ma odeda. Tie, ya give visa ma odeda. Na se wo wi a wo betu kwan na wadwane akosha America na airport wa na ya so fast ye becho. Ni birimu ye be birimu no ho. So tonight, let me tell Ghanaians, the United States government is wielding the stick. All right? And they are going to whip up. They will whip your ass. The political leadership, they will whip your ass. The grown-ass man. They will whip you well. Enti, moi, mubedie to trust them. Moi, mupese murege elections. Munso mubetie media fa hudie so. Se muma media. Enye to be able to attack a journalist. I bet you. Tie. Ukwa attack a journalist. And now be ko polling station ho. Se wo kosesa ballot wo biara ye di etuo ense kan kotokuro nsrada e di amam se mu fe medi etutrasam ye chiwa America for one say listen ya bano complete na ye bano so a ye bano all the way to win political party ni mu mpenifo ina yes ye ni mu awie o mo de beto so say x no an ye ni mu awie entidi huni Timo sorry we two trustem na mudi be ko media houses na akọ prepare nkrofo ho no abodam 70 post kekenti ene da ho no folks nti monhye eno so America for no dia ba beto And I am really much more than glad that the United States government has positioned in Yamasi. It doesn't matter. Yes, America for near me criticize them, but this one, hey man, I agree with the United States because you know what? Yeah, Miss Cranty biamu mediate to even though Trump, Donald J. Trump, what your team was State Department between here and I say, oh, when Africa no more and somewhere, yeah, partners and they are Munko America. Munko America ho. And also on democracy and bayamam. Yes. Now tonight we're also following up on this developing story in Boku. Now Boku issue, no, I don't want to talk much about that. But tonight I stand here and I pledge my support to the state parastatals who are working hard to restore peace and order in Boku. And again, I also crave the indulgence of the people of Boku between the Kusasis and the Mamprisis. Please stand down. Yes, tonight, my humble appeal to the people of Upper East, precisely in the Boku township, and between the two tribes, the Kusasis and the Mamprisis, please stand down. And all politicians are mushim. Politicians are mushim. And top businessmen in this country are mushe. The Boku conflict. Now, the Boku conflict is beginning to look like Israel and Palestine. Yes. The Boku conflict is more than 100 years down the line. And I'm Sa Boku conflict way it's been there for more than 100 years. More than a century. Why? Aden. The Boku conflict, me say, it's been more than 100 years. And still, we ain't through with them yet. Two people, two tribes, come from the same, family reign. Why? Aden. What's going on? Ever since, politicians in this country have influenced this Boku conflict for God knows how. Why? The Boku conflict. Tonight, I hail from that region. Yes, because that's where I grew up all through. And Boku, to be precise, I stayed in Boku because my culture mother. In certain parts of Boku township, baby woman names you cray ni ho. When Yankopon them and me papa so, and so many towns within the Boku as a district. As the regional engineer later became the district manager for Boku. So I know the nooks and crannies of Boku. At the peak of the war, we were there. So I have seen the Boku conflict at its peak, at its fullest manifestation. Yeah. And when the guns were blazing, when the skies were rocketing with miseries, and I could see bullets flying, skyrocketing. And easy, sir. Yeah. In the 80s. So I know in the era of former and late Flight Lieutenant General Rawlins. Yeah. Rawlins Beya DB Oboko some time ago. Mihubida stood on the Mowak and warned both parties, said, so he will evacuate all the Southerners and blow up the whole district. And my attention be bowed down. That's Rawlins for you. And ever since, you can see the harrowing, the scalding, the cascading effects, and what is happening in the Boku township. Folks, and you better tonight, I add my voice to all and sundry, the peacemakers, and now say, now you can see fire all over. The Boku conflict is like Israel and Palestine. Now, the Mid East is on edge of a global conflict because here can say Israel is pounding events in Iran. Why? Because they believe that Iran sponsor Hamas and all the terrorist groups, including the Hezbollahs and many idea. In this idea, Israel is going after Iran, and as of the weekend no. Folks, but me de boku conflict in be no. I am calling Ghana's international partners. I hear very sensitive, and folks, lend me your ears. I called on Ghana's international partners who have stake in this conflict. They should call on candidate Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia to step down in these elections. Yes. And this is one part of the intelligence. Don't pretend that I don't know what I'm talking. I know what I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to tell you in a jiffy that Bawumia should step down. Or best step it down, and any fault, so best step it down. On your bonnet, no mom. Bawumia's presidency would pose a national security threat to the Boku conflict. I'm telling you, folks. Who knew more? Please tell me you don't know. Me say, Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia becoming president of this republic would pose a national security threat to this very conflict, and there's a reason why. And as I speak, the top security or the excellence within saying security and intelligentsia know why I'm saying what I'm saying. Yes. I have gruesome videos I mean to show tonight. So gruesome. I can't show it. As of within 24 hours, the sporadic just like that for whatever reason. The current attorney general who play role be, but someone said Beb was saying, why on Hinebay and the governing New Patriotic Party, more than a question, baby, more man of full security say, more born who buy because ya gazette and a gazette, no more person within the Kura region, acquire Diaben, oh Boko, and a sardines them say a day bay. Now, the fact that Bawumia come from one of the tribe. Bawumia is a man priest, true or false? True. Now, this is a conflict at its peak. Now, the question remains, if Bawumia becomes president tonight, may I say this, that what will be Bawumia's preposition within this conflict? Hey, if we are seeing no, any cano, Obi no betu de nsa benkuma kire no krom say no. And Bawumia to me dran kan kire me say, who no the oba as long as there's a conflict in Bokono on the oba no, please don't lie. Yet your memoir. Under the ex-war President Kufuor administration, yet how in 2003, if I recall, yet what that crap and yet is a bam. There was a clear intelligence failure on the state intelligentsia. What happened? A respectable chief in the northern region. Ohinia, you're respected in Ghana, domestic and foreign, that you're respected. Ohinia, me mindful now, so I respect for whatever political reason. And there's a reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because of politicity. Because of these politicians, NDC, MPP, Munsam Funti. I didn't see it. On him, one particular day, the head of the chief was beheaded. He was beheaded. And the head of the chief was fixed on a stick. And a group of people were wheeling this stick, trotting in and out of the principal street of the northern region, the capital, Tamale, holding it like a trophy. What happened? The then Interior Minister, Alhaji Yakubu, has to step down. All this happened at the back of intelligence failure. He was the Minister for Interior, Meboa. And who was then the director of the defunct BNI? And what happened? The BNI in the region, intelligence failure. The national security intelligence failure. Guess what happened? Somehow, intelligence said, there was some political motivations or motivated. Yes. Any yana in some way. And so there's a lot tonight. I don't want to be provoked to go there. Because at a point, Kwaku, Miankasa, I don't want to go there. I was sort of and I stationed in Tamale for more than months to conduct intelligence report. And some state intelligence agency have my report, what we uncovered on the ground. And I know the in and out, the inside out of the murder of the Yana. Yes, that's the reason why I'm saying, Baumia, who comes from this enclave, Senepapemua, Ghana's international partners, Awomu air survey, air shema peace process, ebebano. They should tell that guy Baumiana, someone fan who crime could rap politics. No, notwithstanding so pursue be the president. That was answer in Zemo. We didn't be so. And the reason why Mecca said he should step down and I'm a catcher, because now the whole of the Boku township has become a volatile. I remember saying those days, this was in the 80s, so it will be my mimi who be that. I had a lot of friends in the army. Army for Nakasakra ehun. It will only be that because at this end you run Sankasi and then Togo. Then this way you are entering Burkina. So the whole of Burkina is within two border entry and pretty fascinating there. From Upper East to Burkina, 100 miles. No way. Now we are the way. Now what's the aba? Onyankopon who say within the space of time, the course or Boku. Okay, folks, what am I mean? So that's the Boku conflict. I appeal to the both factions to remain steadfast. No mass from Dream Rep. Since 40 more days to go to polls. The polls there be intelligence and what grounds you know. MY Bakukra. Now, folks, politics of today. Politics of today takes us to the house of Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams. Deep revelation on the current political dispensation. Ora Duncan Williams Kasimbi Ghana for Adebi Odin Enihu. Now all to Ghana for say, hey, Monshe Sadiwe. Please be careful. Or that revelation be Didiama Ghana for say Sadna. What is Archbishop Duncan Williams telling us about this revelation? Take a listen to him.
They give great authority to foolish people.
They do what?
Give great authority to foolish people.
They do what?
Give great authority to foolish people.
That's why when you are going, you must vote and you must use conscience and conviction to vote. Because there are some people, they must never have authority. They must never have power. Because when they have power and authority, they destroy a country. They destroy. That is what is there. Look at it.
And low position to people of proven worth.
They do what?
Give low position.
Low positions to people who have what it takes to deliver. They won't give it to people who are qualified. I've seen people who have come from Europe, North America, Canada, with what it takes to move this country, and they will so frustrate them till they pack their things and say, Papa, I'm going back. And I say, why? He said, they won't let me help. They will not let me do anything. And you can go to the top, and the top won't do anything, because that person he has given authority to is one of the people who help him to win the elections. So even though they know the person doesn't have what it takes, they will not move the person to put the person who can help move the country. They will leave the person there to mess up the country. That is what is going on.
I have seen servants riding horseback like princes.
Servants. They haven't accomplished anything in life before. Suddenly, they become princes. And you must respect them. You must honor them. And if you dare dishonor, disrespect them, or say anything they don't like about you, they will use their money, social media, come at you, do everything to discredit and to destroy you. All such people, in the name of Yeshua, let them be hanged in the name of Jesus. Let them not go unpunished in the name of Jesus. Let them all together be slain. Talala katalawas, elanda kasun kifalahan wahasin kitunda kasalam. Let the sword of the Lord go after them. Let there be massacre. Let there be mourning and tears within their walls. Hey! Hey, hey, let them know that they are mortal men and not God. Any evil they are cooking through this election, by anyone through any means to carry it out, let it backfire this time. Let them be uncovered this time. Let it backfire this time. Let the angel of death oppose them this time. Put your hands together. Pray that prayer right now. Oh, angel of death, go after them, strike them, oppose them, incapacitate them, and let them know that they are mortal men and that they are not God Almighty. We need leaders who love this country more than themselves. We need people who love Ghana more than their political party. We have to specifically say, God, we want you to intervene in this election. We want you involved in this election. We want you to intervene, step into the equation, prove to men that you are God. We are deploying, we are daring you, we are summoning you to step in this election. On that day, let their plans backfire. Let their keys and the weapons they are depending on, let it slip out of their hands. Let it elude them. Hey! Madagascar. On that day, whatever their intentions and their plans are, to carry out an evil plan, they and all the people they have joined hands with, and they have spoken in secret, and they have planned evil against this nation, against justice, and against the good of this country. On that day, whether they are plotting in the air, on land, water, in the rocks, the fountain, anywhere, please stand on your feet. Let it backfire on that day. Put your hands up, pray that prayer. Let it backfire. Go and tell them that the element of creation is against them. I said, go and tell them that the grave, hell and death will swallow them up. Between now and the end of this year, before we cross over, we will cross over, but they will not cross.
Great. So, folks, this tells us, yes, the saints are praying, and they are praying to cover the territorial space, and the atmosphere must change. Yes, we need an atmosphere of change between now and election. Now, a stalwart of the NPP has set out the roadmap for Ghanaians to observe something carefully before the voting this time around elections. NPP ni penny be to Ghana for. Now say Ghana for share asim ni answer nebekwa kwato abano. Check XYZ and sana abano beto wato. Why na can say no see yenhwede? Listen to him.
A fair you omu disika ebe tomadwene. Am won so o de e chino command fianso a last minute ya disika kakra bi ba ye beto wadwene. This time muma yanchire o madwene se yanchire mu se sensuo to ye ne yantia ade achi ye former fonso ye huni enti ubesi ye so anka ahye ma mfianso ye ma padwuma ye nya bi police ye nya bi migration ye nya bi fire service ye nya bi prisons ye nya bi teaching ye nya bi nursing ye nya bi local government ye nya bi ena ebi ni muton wo delegate wo ko padwuma ma abakora ye situ ya 10,000 we call Bolga Upper East. One of the regional executives catch them say Nibagel or pay police a man kura omo jeni 10,000 Ghana city, and so we nya dwuma na amane bas te momma obi obetumi ama adwuma ba adwuma owa ehia so bokọ tua sika.
So Ghanaians, let's put this at the back of our minds. Now, a disturbed Ghanaian woman had spoken to President Kwaku Annan in his bid to secure or rescue Ghana water bodies and forest reserves from the hands of illegal miners. And folks, you can see this woman is speaking really passionate to the president. So the question remains, will the president heed to this call? Take a listen to this disturbed woman.
Kufuado, what's to say? What's the Mahama amateur now again? Say, Oba Garamse no, dear no, Obey Afaho. And I say, Omeka na again for Garamse no. Kufuado, say, Jama, we are pa. Ghana for enya wo fault Ghana for yen ena yakoto aba bone ama wo Akufo-Addo ene wo ba be ye Ghana for sa na ka wo ne hwan wo ba no yura fi se wo se wo ba be siesie o man no yato aba ma wana se yato aba ma Mahama enya wo na wo ka se wo ba be ye Ghana te se abrochire no wo yura fi promise bebrebe na wo de ma Ghana for no afede Mahama ma ye wo den na Mahama oba ye kra no be kan ho asem kire wo se yese kra ka wo Akufo-Addo wo be fa sisie na wadi galamse sika di mu sika nyina wie no ena obeka sa Mahama e me kire na adwama ye den Akufo-Addo wo jama wanya dementia wo hu emo bianka se penin ye didi na tam Akufo-Addo wa disrespect Ghana for bebre wo kwan bebre so Akufo-Addo kra do he don't deserve respect. Akufo-Addo won't deserve respect from we the Ghanaians kra because Akufo-Addo a share ne ya Akufo-Addo wa ma Ghana for asu wa ma Ghana for ani aye ya wa ma Ghana for ho aye mobo oba no kan nyoba bebre se Ghana etik sika so na so ekomede yen sika na yete so na Akufo-Addo e wen wa be di sika na wie wa hu Akufo-Addo say Ghana for ya dream kwa kire ne anim nyansa na Ghana indeed Ibra John Dramani Mahama ka say you short memory na Ghana ye ni short memory na ya dream everyday history anka wo Akufo-Addo anka wo papa history anka Ghana kra ye to abama wo papa legacy no wa ba beto ya so edi Ghana ko wie ba bia ya wie no eno obeka say Mahama mekira na age na Mahama ono na ebu man no Mahama yato aba ma Mahama good 8 years wa betema so want ni anye bibi papa bia ma Ghana for papa bone akokora bone utimu odin Akufo-Addo utimu te so wo kora de Ghana for ne said ye Jimitra na nke se so kora na nka anke anya se so hwe japade book a wo choroye Ghana for ye yura fi japade book a wo choroye e ba ye kan kakra hwa ne ja tomu wo japade book no eno na ekoso wa implement ni nyina wa exhibit ni nyina baumia wo choro no wa japade book no se wo wie wo sika wia no wie na se wo di wia wo ba kwa kofa seb nodna na wa ba be repress baumia na jimiti ya baumia onya real muslim se baumia onya real muslim anka onso so wo Akufo-Addo so a muslim me pe muslim for some muslim so no aya som papa obi onya real muslim bia onso so nkwase asam so omo akoma mu te se real muslim pa na edi wo Akufo-Addo akiri na mubu man no ye vice papa na mubu man na anka omo ema mu wie Ghana se de mo se wie Ghana no baumia oye fake muslim no wa hu muslim a real muslim a already Quran a oti Quran asia o wi pleko anasa onom san jisa baumia na Ghana for sabi ya dwen na nya dwuma ya jimi ye de ye pe kanko an trusam kwa ne ye pe na ka baumia ba no de economy na de bae baumia economy no de bae no wa be say economy no wa be bu Akufo-Addo be wi aban no say economy no won so ka economy no wasem biom Baumia, he's not talking about the economy. He's not talking about nothing near the economy. Baumia, on can't want some. I feel or say digitalization. Digitalization, one out the buy. Baumia, one out the digitalization, the buy. You were John Dramani Mahama, na start here. 90s for Ankasa, communicators, no, enya de sa omuntumi enya enton omo asamen kwachire eno na ma wo baumia wonye opportunity ya wo sori ana wo kasa about digital baumia kronfo wonye muslim papa wo ye fake muslim ni bia already Quran wo ti Quran ase wo ye wo wakoma pa eno na ma me de pe muslim fast wo muslim fo adamfo bebre omo ani melisika sa o Muslim you already Quran ti Quran asia no odo nimpa odwen nimpa ho on te se wo baumia wo ye fake muslim wo nye muslim ni papa the real muslim onye say omwa akronfo e ma ye ndupe na man wa bu Akufo-Addo ama Akufo-Addo abedupi Ghana abedupi ye man na say ye man no en na Akufo-Addo wo be fra Mahama say Mahama na kira na adwo garam say hu jama wo jare akokora bone kronfo Akufo-Addo Julo Ghana for ya bofu pa Akufo-Addo wo ye nimpa boni ni wo de Ghana be fa o ha mu What say or mine, what bro man I say, and when young Crawford, a Jimmy Fonso do a cherry, and Omuguso, I say or mine. I may bet you can you work for by was for what your baby will see a crowd of pampers. A Kufad will see your ball pampers. Rebecca Kufad or Macano, or maybe an unnatural gunner for Sakufad or more pampesa. Yet Jinaho, I'm a papa, Jimmy Quasia will Janway, Penny Jane Janway. Penny Jane Janway, I bet say or mine, I bet say you to no more daching. She Ghana, she send a Ghana, she send a Ghana, in Sunina say, Yassassin, your forest, your tutu muntocro, ne Ghana daching you will be. For the Yamin Tio Cano was a forker. You Mahama Dinfu, no Mahamo ni, only assembly a cafegram say, Obano say, Obabe Boo or Mano, Obano will say, or Mano, yet is castle comedy and Mahama incompetent into Baba Shaw Mano. We are more than incompetent. We are more than incompetent. You are the most useless president in Ghana history. The most useless president Ghana had ever had in our history. What say Omano? What say Omano? Abomano? I say you to no more dachi. What say Ghana for your dachi? Go for the Yamin Chia was a forker. When who's hopes na doye and the mubedili. Yame Edim wash hopes na doyensa or no mubedili pa Ghana for Yunsia Yansa. Na yanto abapa come December am I yanto aba Macron for am I yanto aba mafias am I yanto aba ma fake Muslim the same baumia yankoto aba ma you John Dramani Mahama ono na dream pa ho adwen o man no o wakomapa am Ghana o man no no me yakoto aba ma no rescue Ghana fi akronfo we nsam na Ghana ya do akire Ghana bre Ghana ne ekono enye no ma yandwe ya ba eto ho. We have to think wisely. We have to be wise and vote wisely. Na yen rescue yen my Ghana no. If you are kronfo we samu na Ghana bread. Ghana bread. Aden. Amo bia meka say e penny ne didi na tem. Penny be Akufo-Addo e penny. Akufo-Addo what disrespect Ghana for nyina. What disrespect here? What did Galamsey musika wie? Afa na obeka say Mahama na ka Galamsey ho asem. One Mahama na ebu oman no. Mahama onimdia efa Galamsey ho. Anya wona say what dey wo political career dey to ho say o babe to Galamsey asia no. Kronfo asefo penny gen for o bo pampers. Why penny say o bo pampers o ye Rebecca Akufo-Addo o meka say o mo pampers a penny say no o babe say enkwala dachi o babe say the youth no o mo dachi kronfo julo Akufo-Addo kronfo wona oba omia no mo ya kronfo asefo ba omia fake Muslim wonya real Muslim you are fake Muslim.
Great folks mami nka bibi ka krevin nka ye mami kas bon ewi asese ya na enimi bi kwa a utie kira bia na wontie ase se utie ye mami o kase a you can gauge in her voice there mami ne nye that happy bia na ka ono a na ntie bia na wa mekasa sa asemwe nanso wobekọ na bekohwem na edom a bi egu ne so kwan a ofa so a odi oye bibia ma nipa bi a enye ononko se kononko de na bia nche de obedi mpo de betra ne baby adwe no. When the system is crumbling, is going down crumbling like a cookie scramble, say na eko no bia ni abre. A member of the governing New Patriotic Party, Edum Beiwa, had spoken to a journalist, Kwabena Wusu, and exposed the inside out of candidate Alhaji Bawumia's campaign. Abrante oya MPP ni mapawo. Na your friend Edu Beiwa. Wada adibie dia saa de no ekoso ewo Bawumia campaign mu. Minimu but wono no wo kirem. En kiremu no o say and the Bawumia campaign no de ekoso ni. Really? E de ba asem no wo kiremu. Beiwa so ne tie saa asem. Listen to Beiwa.
Likely for you to win election high. You believe in that, right?
Unia, Mamichro campaign on my Mamichro. Me name do MPP do secret. Fe omoko Asante region only constituency here 47. We oma contract 500 from every constituency. Don't ma bass of nom there, but multiply 500 times 47 23,000 plus. Say any pan be go no be the camera to some MPP is doing. MPP is doing bad. The same thing across the whole region. This is the kind of campaign on here. want to challenge it. The party is done. It's finished. I don't know what I say.
So what we the year who social media we say Dr. Bawumia we refuse we no abam we no wasomna amanfo hia no mo chia no market to market. Are you telling me say real?
The market he goes no normal. I'm not saying say Bawumia own vote, but I'm telling you say Bawumia best struggle to get 40%. And currently what they are doing is to bash people to Accra or more. Thank you. Bawumia will Accra for 2 weeks. But I said 2 weeks now Bawumia Accra. When you sign this say there is MPP campaign going on. And Kabos you're born more. Where you are passing in Panel or go park so near the camera to so. Near this way say, oh, MPP is doing well. They are doing nothing. They are doing also could you about on this year and here campaign you will lose.
Oh yeah. Or see parties in or see MPs no ne or more party no as more campaign about Bawumia so and no
because Omoko constituency they don't have message because for no they can pull them. MPs fair parliamentary automatically NDC benya massive. And yes, in Ghana has said, yes, history which has said, who are being a majority in parliament, automatically we are president. Because you're two president, you're two parliamentary. In 2008, President Kofo J. Muma, Yatamezo, because already the majority in parliament. But there's nothing you can do, and it's going to repeat. History is going to repeat himself. When you have many independents are echo on the event before about 40 independent parliamentary. And how do you win election with this kind of character? About 2020 we didn't have this. And look at the results. Look at the result because of poor management of the National Council, poor management of the National Executive, reckless management, and that is why they want this situation. The dija. You probably do more for I'm a more yeti party no not sebi ombo diaper.
In seminar critical. Now, a second-hand clothing operators across Ghana's central markets are calling on former President John Dramani Mahama for rescue due to hikes in business. One of my ton fools near the end so at Yesidrum. One of so Efre Ora John Dramani Mahama say on bedroom. Na sembinye. Second-hand clothing for and so air casa. A semben pan on peso mokachro mampini. Dada John Mahama. Listen to them.
And now we're going on Mentraza, Mahama Bresno, they are 10 million and 50 million. 1 big in the corner. And you might go. The woman 200 pieces, 50 million. It's your banner there. Mahama on you don't want to make And now we're going on Mentraza, Mahama Bresno, they are 10 million and 50 million. 1 big in the corner. And you might go. The woman 200 pieces, 50 million. It's your banner there. Mahama on you don't want to make
Mama Sumane Guano, one more ton fools for no swaswire she papa. Today, candidate Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia admits every facet of the Ghanaian economy are in sharp difficulties and of course at edge. Edge of what? Collapsing. Afidi onwa Bawumia na jatum sampa. Ghana obi ebre, ye na obi a including onwangasa obi ebre. And the cresa, I didn't know Bekasa. Listen to him.
Teachers are suffering. When nurses are suffering.
Hey.
Drivers are suffering. Contractors are suffering.
Will you keep quiet?
Civil servants are suffering and farmers are suffering. Women are suffering.
My social media and view.
Teachers are suffering.
When
nurses are suffering.
Hey.
Drivers are suffering. Contractors are suffering.
Will you keep quiet?
Civil servants are suffering and farmers are suffering. Women are
See no Obiati. Great. Now, there could be a good reason why candidates Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, together with the President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, are refusing to temper, if you like, to pass the LGBTQ bill into law. And this is why. Folks, Bibinti Ena Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, and your mampeni, President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo account. One of my own say LGBTQ plus account. Sa Emre, woman you ready see a bejatum. Supreme Court become was no Supreme Court in the Parliament. And this is the reason, the why in India. Listen to them. So, when you wine them, trumu for gays and lesbibo for na match, yes. And memma, woma dream say, woma kono inani or a bema na kono ye bema, say kwa kumiti hey, aday, ke? Oba mwa wenufu kama wonfefefe, wonko pebe mebi obeye unwaduma. Usu know, upe onyankoba. Are you crazy? So, Sankrovui, and I'm a person mode emra emawom. Momo ye de ompeso moye. I just saw America elections. Bebre empe Mame Kamala Harris asemnai because of Zaniaman. All the enjoy. Folks, afi yemra ye second report. Parliament versus the judiciary in the eye of the storm, part 2. Tonight, our second special report on the happenings in Ghana's parliament. On Friday, we read a report suggesting that the speaker, by the way, Unima dear, yes, that video, the mebaso munyabutre, mebaso, I know dear, a baby ye more baby. Yes, so hold on. Now, mi we ya na me beba sa special intelligence report na ye training crofo ewo rim ho. On Friday, we read a report suggesting that the Speaker Alban Kingsford Bagbin had been written to consider the agency to reconvene the House for business. Friday, mo se me kan krata bi kire mo a enipa bi assign the Speaker Bagbin e the krata bi akɔhye ne kon se ompew Speaker in me house no and terms were within 7 days. So you can say wiki that's our 7 days in a best wiki. Indeed, we state categorically that the urgent calling, or if you like, under the certificate of urgency of Parliament, is basically to help the NPP in the House to borrow more money, mess up the system as already, and of course approve what you call tax waiving for companies belonging to their cronies under one district, one factory. Now, Sansana me catch on and me chere wase. Sentia wo mu pese Speaker Bagbin ofre Parliament no mo be trans no. Enye Parliament a wo mu speaker na be frɛ no ma be ya de pepe bia o no. Ade o mo de ba be ya ne se. Ye de ba be boro sika eka ama minu mienu. Sadana me kai chere mo. Billions and billions and billions of dollars. One more baby Jesus kei no mache di kwa. Afi one more be mercy Parliament the just a hard drink crown say. Afi companies o man ashada do ma ba under the surreptitious say wo mu na no one district one factory companies ye do mo kunkura so meanwhile no companies ya omo ho as our companies in ya bebre na want to real estate enye one district one factory nemum say companies in your omo import no wo mo the tax waivers ebe ma wo no mu na ye yi sa tax in ye from so mo MPP for 3 more den. This is how wicked this government a person no just to be able to use parliament to waive off this tax way now in free one more cronies in the company. So I can tell Ghanaians that the reconvene of parliament is not in the interest of Ghana but what you call self-serving. Again, one of the major business ahead of the house was the repeal of LI 246, which was also a major demand of organized labor. And I'm refi. Organized labor, so no muso demand now disorganized labor. And now you can figure out the forest is under severe attack by their own illegal mining activities. Now, organized labor force in some of the to President Akufo-Addo ni say, "Womu hwehwe say parliament passes our LI 246 no. Na 246 the cry be say e ban say na ekwo parliament. Womu MPP for no o and a sneaky everyone is saying sa LI 246 e de kwhye ho pa just say odwe ho a wonti ase eno ene nipa bi pese okujato anyone 3 members of the house one person omukọ na yi sa de ne firi ho na sa bri ya yenyi LI 246 ni firi ko he the forest why busy omu dri galamsey no e di dri forest no sensuo no and nobody cares. Another situation that exposes the NPP is if they deliberately refuse to apply the Supreme Court principles on Speaker Michael Aaron Quay, and they admit Michael Quay was indeed terribly wrong, then why apply the same on Speaker Bagbin? Someone say, "Sadena mo apply mo say Michael Quay or you're wronger. Adena mo apply Supreme Court principles we." Ewo Michael Quay so not this time mo person mo apply our principle we ewo why Speaker Bagbin so why? Will the MPP acknowledge this as clear intellectual dishonesty and an insult on Speaker Bagbin's integrity, credibility? And would the MPP come out and answer? Samo ya sa dia na say mo ye enipa mo ye atrofo ye na dafo. Samo de sa de way this Speaker Bagbin na say MPP for mo nya na kwafo. And by extension, make us say, Speaker Alban Bagbin kura mu didi na tem. Ana mu didi na tem. Yes. You are insulting Speaker Alban Bagbin. Finally, let's set the record straight. Madam Cynthia Morrison and others in the MPP caucus wrote a letter of resignation from the NPP party. Indeed, according to MPP's party's constitution, Cynthia and others have forfeited their membership. True or false? True. Again, Article 97J of the 1992 Constitution says, by doing this, you have abdicated your seat and you can no longer do business with the House. True or false? True. So the question remains, even if NPP still want the majority position, they still cannot maintain that leadership. True or false? True. Because, Cynthia Morrison and others are now strangers in the house, and MPP cannot continue to use them for the business in the house. And Constitution can clear. Sabriwe, Samu here Cynthia Morrison, any other MPP members now, you can't get them because Omura Parliament is here. They are strangers. So MPP accept the fact that you are in the minority because. What the Supreme Court is saying, Nampotuncha, what the Fanny Nampotuncha, not China, Speaker Bagbin, and Frewam, Bagbin, from Nomoba. Cynthia Morrison will not be there, the other member of parliament will not be there, and the other one too may not be there. So, how then do you mobilize your numbers? Tell me. All the 3 stages in Yara, you lost it. Aden, folks, you lost it. Well, tonight, Mamiko short break me bar, the special report about the paramilitary training at Air Course we really want me the bar betuga. Me ko short break, please brace yourself. A lot more is coming. Me banswa memma the very latest about Nana Santibedi too. Afise memma latest developments via Air Course or Ivory Coast. as far as the governing party MPP are concerned. And then CDD Afrobarometer report follows suit. I'll be right back. Stick and stay. I am Kwaku Annan.
Blackstar Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabinya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Blackstar, your preference, our priority.
Folks, back into the studio. Now, before yebeko Nana Santibedi etu de anazo ma memfa report we into the quick. This is the intelligence reporter ya pekia na kwasem ni emu ehu papa. Na before no, we here at the Frontline issue a disclaimer on this report. 1, 2. We also entreat all persons in this report. Mudibe PSA come out. Bra, be confirm say wa ananya wa. 2. We have materials bebre wo wa. Ye pese ye adwuma step by step. Ansana de besi won ne yesi wo ho. Tonight, our friend is saying Frontline Special Intelligence Classified Report uncovered what we call a paramilitary training. Air course going on in a location called Esuchare, or on a training air course. Yes, Frontline uncovered a dastardly intelligence report revealing a groundbreaking paramilitary training at Esuchare. The report, however, leads its traces to the corridors of the Vice President's brother's corridor. Therefore, we entreat the Vice President, his brother, to issue a statement on this report to confirm or otherwise deny his involvement in this. Folks, now for the purpose of security and protecting those behind this report, Yentiminfa reporting into the Amunim says security reports the Anna Memfanya Day and to no mean show on the screen. But this is titled Confidential Memorandum to the President. Report to a co-president or listen to me. Now me real reports now upa at that president or but me venture will screen is to give a traces. No. In intelligence we say no name, no trace. Now I'll say to the president from D/SI-20 REF E24/14. They are all code. So those of you with the ears and the sharp eyes, listen. Dates: October Busumi Yemu. Subject: Esuchare training. Esuchare training. Now here on October 7, 2024. Baumia's brother, commonly known as Chief Nidinono, so Bauniani Niani DAP, Chief, brought 13 quote macho men unquote or party foot soldiers to the Esuchare training camp ASTC for 2 weeks of training in the use of AK-47s, pistols, unarmed combat and physical conditioning. Due to their low literacy levels, the training is conducted in Twi or Pidgin English. These individuals are being trained specifically to serve as security detail for NAPO. They arrived without prior knowledge of the training and came unprepared. Chief personally funded their equipment through purchases from the open market. report na ehia ase se afi training ni koso busumi ewomia eda etoso nson no ena saa nipa yi wonom yeboabo ma no ede omukọ eye bro no efro esitware na wonom ko training no nipa odi womanim ma wo mahwema training na koso no eya brante yabo ne din efre ni chief. Now chief no is purported say oye ora baumia ninua, and I am saying tonight ora baumia uwo nua bi wo efre ni chief. Chief, wherever you are, if you are truly a brother to baumia paucho, issue a statement on this training. Confirm, deny it. Ni ehu de ebe. Now, one more chance ono na odi enimu. Report no to us say, afi one more about training no, one more macho for. No mo ba ni twi say language a one more de be ye exercise no mo di twi. Ebi susu e ka pidgin English, bro for ensha da entwa yi. Afi report ni chim say say ni pay. One more train no ne do makoma the running mate, baumia running mate e friend napo. Osi na eba wo mo bae no wo mo bae a na chese no wo mo ni training bia o wo mo ni military training bia said ye nioma si ana say and 2 or 3 they came abra wo mo nya prepared and wo mo ba honom afi report na chese akodie na ye de ma wo no eye chief we and ekweden okototo sa AK47 ni nya ye famre o say the training is set to conclude on Thursday, October 17th 2024. This is part of a broader trend of controversial training programs aimed at integrating foot soldiers into various security agencies. Now, report ni James say afi training no mo kono onyankopon ya adoma na chese busunya ewomi ni 17th and omo wie sa training almost start on the 7th no omo wie 17 na ye ka say na 28 na so omo wie sa training no na ni na ye training no mo ye na wo mo eyiyi nkrofo do ma kohihye security services nim na ye do ma den aye edwuma afi oba say recommendations: increase surveillance and intelligence effort to monitor the training activities and the individuals involved. Folks, with the BCA, confidential. Now, afima memraha. Enipa wonomo eyeden. Ewo report himu ana womu course our training no. We have picked some names. Na monso amobeti mudin say wudin a wote a ubetimi ame yehu say eyewa. Uka training bi ana wonka ho bi. Number 1, enipa oka report na nepi omudin no 1. Nana ena Kofi Macho Centuries. Kofi Macho Centuries or your bodyguard. Ena Salami of Swame. Salami Swame ena wo. Ena afinsu Baba Wo of Crowfrom. Baba Wo of Crowfrom. Onosu Crowfrom. Baba onosu Crowfrom. Chese oyobia wajidin wo pa. Ena Wofa Yao. Koso Hennes bodyguard. Nana Yao. Koso Hennes bodyguard. Uni pebika sa training one be confirming anabedina because we have a lot all under our sleeves. Sa training we esitware ena ekoso obi be kasa Kwaku esitware ne se womo de ye asojafo training. Yes, training bia betimi aden akoso nso ho mana aden ayeye. Folks, this is our classified intelligence reporter Yaeden Yede Abro, and there's more to this report. We are air trade training near the idea amount for you now. Shadio, we are ya picky sa report we know. Ye come one no. NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman eye wound to me so despicable enough or not ho threaten a top police officer wabaye ne dwuma and okwa ahomje mu a otene be dwe no wono a friend is saying want to mean a threaten police officer ne say de ben de bi o se tuotu o se himfa wono want to meet we wono betwa police officer Kofi Boache obetwa na fie obetwa na su ewu kuma so o ma ne kwama ne mba ho na me say want to me. Are you serious? Obodam papa wuntumi ubi obeti ne kachen he's sick na me hu se wuntumi hia that guy say nya bodam bi ne wo ba he need a psychiatric observation. Now what bodam sa ana MPP for mudi to trust them sa na if mudi akakabin sem say a man whether you like his politics you don't like his politics, whether you like Kofi Boakye you don't look. Kofi Boakye has contributed his stake, his whatever to Ghana's political security in the intelligentsia of this state. Kofi Boakye do obetimi. Kofi Boakye why do obetimi? Now Kofi Boakye Ghanaian or a Ghanaian and would deserve say one also obetimi adjoin amanyo ko man aye. Enti di asem. E di ba asem na wo wuntumi ohun say an MPP for na your deal. Womo ko hunu nsuo no ha no me begina ye tutu anoma no ho ha na ye de abecho sa anoma ebe ni. Meanwhile, there is enough intelligence report of NPP training people in various corridors to trust them in the 2024 general elections. And you think we don't know? Now, guess what? Why do you think the United States government has issued this restrictive? They know more. There are lots of multiple intelligence coming. And I'm moving so many. Election. How many times haven't we said this? Mo pese mo rig election. Now, and make a change this for munya careful. Me ba be come letter cham. Hwe MPP for nenya bre in any election biano, any election biano, this elections. Now, me mo te bincham net asma wuntumi. Now wuntumi ubetime gya Kofi Boakye nim. Wo betime gya nanim. Awu jare anasa den wuntumi. Ene wakaka bensam fu a wuti kumaso ene wudie. Na wunye nipa me yen kanchiro. Mo kronu amabo you are afraid he said bonini kronu amabo Ghana all of it will be exposed and many of you I promise you go to jail. A lot of you mo be go jail. Take a listen to Wuntumi talking rubbish. Listen.
I will hold you responsible for foolish person back up. Foolish person back up. Everybody, I dare you to abandon. I dare you to abandon. Kofi Boakye, Chama Wuntumi say, Etioba, Kofi Boakye, make you a soon and your flash and Kofi Boakye, I will hold you responsible for foolish person back up. Foolish person back up. Everybody, I dare you to abandon. I dare you to abandon. Kofi Boakye, Chama Wuntumi say, Etioba, Kofi Boakye, make you a soon and your flash and
This guy is a lunatic. God damn. This is a classic lunatic. Wuntumi, we are sick. But I'm what and now how dare you Wuntumi? Now who Wuntumi to way? Yura Santene, as some about palace war. Now who was so to Kukobia, Yadini Kwaku. Look at this lunatic frenzy. You are giving a top police officer who has served this country's interests, including Wasante region. Or Bodam Papawate, who phone. How dare you? Wuntumi where why? Wuntumi where why? I'll bet more. These are the kind of people the US government is looking for them. And will write letter to the American government to mark such persons speaking rubbish and issuing threats to officers of the state. Kofi Boakye, whether you like it or not, he has served in the state intelligentsia. And Amuni, Aden. And if Kofi Boakye, so or any politics, so what is strange about it? About it? No, what is strange about Kofi Boakye or no so any politics? I didn't quite see some so no. Anyone some phone no. What bottom one I want to me? Son of Muyana, a fence saying, I apostle a fence Bempa. Obeka na se mi kanono. Hey, yes, and TB da. Mudi deeper pay at man and as a go to Bempa penny baby at. And Timudia, Obia Mekasamamu. Mukwana, we are shrub for me bois. A crown for criminals and thieves. Unse monime guase won't me. On Wednesday, may you video be at him. Now she won't me anymore. I saw Kosoa. War pet said, dear you, Nini, say crack. I said, Pemire and watch the beer. Or send a boom where do we see a pure. I'm so look at you. Also, was why shit. was one won't to me, yet your whole as sin of Edima won't to me say, call no could deliver. This I said, no to me, despicably shameful, or could go anymore so and some phone and we would ye and then Mudemunsa to Tunko for properties. Now, Mudemunyambotre, the power, Messi a beji power free Munsem. Na Ghana for Mubehu, the year can they won't tell us you, but Messi power will be taken from their hands. More. Any MPP for now, there are some members in MPP. My imagine some my say Patako Jacob Obo, and I mude to me 8 season for properties. Ebili won't me now won't me. Who ye beauty? Who now who to on them now? Now also could drink coffee boache him say who be training what bodam? You are sick. You are suffering from schizophrenic and you need a psychiatric observation. Obia mo pa for program no mano. Asia some kwa kan some phone of bodam. Ghana belongs to all of us. So nobody in MPP, I repeat, Muntumi ma Ghanaian, Muntumi ma the army, and Ghana for and so nobody tried. Makatramo may say any attempt, the 2024 election. Let me say this: any attempt by the governing New Patriotic Party, say mube seize power. I swear to God, we'll raise the flag down. This is about how many times I'm saying that. May say we'll raise the flag down. Yeah, this is about life. Election way is about our lives. We'll raise the flag down and we'll protect the territorial sovereignty of our waters. We'll protect the territorial sovereignty of our lands and we'll protect the territorial sovereignty of our airspace. Yeah, mama quite that. Yes, see, Kacham say the end of an era is nigh. Now, NDC for more letter in here. Our intelligence has uncovered a deep throat concerns raised by some voters in the upcoming 2024 elections. The concerns are that how is the National Democratic Congress going to protect ballots which should yield results after voting? Any people bisa NDC for semu ekwebe nsuo ena mo be fa so a mo be bo mo ballot no ho ban asema NDC mpenifo ebiri mu bisa mo no some voters are asking you because when we say NDC for mo twase bi asa esa no mo ya je ono kwa amamo so na NDC mpenifo mo nti asem ni ye mo nti ni ye eni pe bisa se ekwebe nsuo ena mo be fa so mo be bo mo ballot ho ban. But the question remains, how would you protect my ballots so that it will be counted and it will yield a result? Secondly, some of these voters, however, claim that they have observed the National Democratic Congress for far too long over this development and have settled their minds that as far as the NDC air concern, all the time the NDC will raise issues and statements on situation instead of acting accordingly. And they cited issues like the Ayawaso West Wagon, Techiman South and Sunyane and other volatile locations. And in all, the NDC will not protect ballots of those voters. Your more can say incident be CCCC ni nara. You expect to say NDC free. As a someone acted a mema because I can stick my neck out. Say when it comes to you can't say physical MPP nyama fani NDC mo amunim. Yeah. Mo amunim the revolt for no. I'm not an NDC na beto sa anyum na mam. But NDC for no de sa anyum ni jiremu a revo wo mu di jiremu no say asam aba. No say the spirit of that party is being invoked. But NDC for asama ya ka kira mu ne say enyoma bebre sisi wo memu ha ni nara mo ya nhwe han yo mo ntimi a ate you kept eye blank over it be sin ne enti ebi ni mo adwen ya o mo say Kwaku no mo kra o mo so o mo be sisa Ghana no ma reset Ghana afi ye the vote ni mamu a mo betumi a protective vote na now they are saying say within less than say 50 more days to go they need a one strong statement from the leadership of the NDC. How you are going to protect their ballots. Our intelligence source are now asking the NDC to come out and assure and reassure them that this time around, you shall protect their ballot, including woman say mumra me ashomo said this time around you are going to protect their ballot, and again you are going to apply what you call the Mosaic law. Yes, Mosaic law near then what sheha knows what dem woman te nina near they call mote. Yes, woman say mumra me chrom mumma say assurance. The NDC, you have been asked. Yes, say this time Musumo apply the Mosaic law, because I tell you what, beginning of the show now, MPP for NDC. I'm telling you, and there is a reason why they are so eager. It was our election way. And the Domo can say Monso Moma apply the Mosaic law. NDC for mo letter na media to her mama. Now, bidimu we crack. Again, I'm also appealing to all stakeholders in the elections. NDC, PNC, or why muna. Muma mo intelligence team and call Ivory Coast. ADBC or Ivory Coast. Yes. And our sources are there. We are monitoring the development. The governing New Patriotic Party at the bus, EcoCC, Ivory Coast. Yes. Yes. And I challenge the MPP. Come and tell me, Semeboa. Me person will be deny ansana. Mumra ochina. The MPP Director of Elections, Nimakon, whatever your name is, from letter Brabonting. Katem say Kwaku, you are lying. MPP fui, woman the bars so see Ivory Coast ready to bus people from Ivory Coast into Ghana. Second, and another muniche Togo. Okay? In the Nipa na otabo boama mutumi yes and miaminia Yaovi. Hobson. Now we shall not Togo crowd their quad down which say Togo and Ivory Coast. Togo and Volta. The proximity near just slain. And on win as you in the Ghana for will be no good Togo mobile in the Ivory Coast as well. Ghana for go hop and yes Anna. Me cry me bushia for Sandra. Yes. Timoda Munko Swamra. Ye didn't say. We are monitoring the border and monitoring the situation closely. And we have all our secret and intelligence spies within. Cameras, everything. And the MPP for Togo, first saying, Ivory Coast, one of the bases, Ekosiwa, more person, more base, some Ghanaians and Ivorians, everyone be voting, yeah, tremo. And the midway so ama NDC for. As far as most special letter no a concern. Na me do mu si ho wi a na afi na me ba beba. Nana Asante and a bedie to tato. Folks, tonight, let me tell you straight up. Government nepa umbeka ne kre ncho omopo munyai. But tonight, I am here to tell the loved ones, the fans of Nana Asante bedie to and whoever. Brace yourself. I know it's a by and large, beba. And but time come beba and meaning saying tia omoye de omoye. But tonight I'm here to break the news to you. The sympathizers of Bedie2, friends and loved ones and whatnot. Say Nana Asante Bedie2 Edda live support also. Yes. He's on a live support. Now, in medical situation, yes, he will be the live support as well. As I said, the person is dead. Yes. So be the life support as well. Not just said the person is dead. The organs is working through the machinery. Ye machine if you happen. So you can say invariably medically, or a dead person or down. But the machine in a yes wage-man. Ye happen or a FENRA. And that's the state our intelligence is putting the situation of Nana Asante Bedie2. Yes. Yeah, tonight. Nana Asante Bedie2 is still on life support. And life support, you know, per intel na Ukraine just say every week an amount of about $5,000 week biao. When we bibiana, that's how I figure na economy. Obviously says can Ghana. Ye says every week biao. Na bosumins where no better life support no su kwesi da ben. Folks, your guess is as good as mine anytime soon. I'm sure they themselves will break the news to you. But let's do it this way for folks. And like I said earlier, he may not be able to join. Your friend is saying the president in the transition and the handover of files Nana CDD to is on live support, and live support, you can interpret it in many medical language, especially the doctors among us listening tonight. They know what I'm talking about, folks. It's rather unfortunate. That's the special breaking news story on Nana CDD too. Now, folks, MCR, give me fencing in the space of time. My young said, a CDD Afrobarometer report. What is in that report? But folks, that is our special edition today. But 48 minutes gone past the hour 9. This is the Frontline special edition.
The day of reckoning is here. It is not the end of the world. It is the end of darkness and the beginning of light and truth. Something that has never happened before. After many years of undercover investigations on politics, religion, business, and more, it is time to blow the cover. Judgment Day comes for us all. Run or hide, live or die, you will be exposed. There is no rest for the wicked, only torment. Judgment Day with the legendary Kwaku Annan, only on the Frontline show.
Yes, folks, with Adri's special edition, of course. We're bringing you all the angles, pretty fascinating developing stories marking tonight. And folks, never be bringing a dawa bro tonight. Now, of course, my executive producer Yamba takes the stage now. And of course, the Afrobarometer report. Of course, we welcome all of you. Ghana Speaks, of course, the next edition. We throw the spotlight on the CDD Afrobarometer report on that. Yamamo in Sema a woman, in Sema woman, Anodin, Papa. Now, my main kind of messages before Yao takes over. I say, Valerie answer. I say, what is going on with BDA too? Valerie also say, Baulaya, the digital toilet builder. Afi George Nabafo will say, hey, Baulaya, also known as Kim Promise Liars, Mr. Joka, I will say, and then Ibrahim Danlade, I'll say, on the emojis on the buy, and Smith Baker, and also no, Benjamin Mawuto, say, hey, this woman, what's a serious insult? Dada Nuhu, or say, Kwaku, more fire, and Bet.net, or say, greetings all. Okay. I on. I say every day, Boku Akatapore. I say the system need to be clean. Chairman Rawlings, we miss you. We need to clean the system. The only way out. That's the language they understand. Christian Owusu, I say I like the American account. Are we ready there? Great one. And then Christian Owusu, I say Chale Kwaku, your American accent, Kampao. Oh my goodness, man. My American accent is pure. Your American accent comes, all right? I say Ibrahim Danlo, I say beatings go come inside. Valorance also about the politicians. If they hold diplomatic passport, they need to revoke it. I trust my Americans. They will do as they say, and they don't take bribes. I got you, man. Valerie, I know you have a lot of works with the FBI, so you know what you're talking about. Great. Now, say, Ghanaians have enjoyed peace by help of God's mercies, and we take God's mercy for granted. When it comes to the elections, we have to remember La Côte d'Ivoire. Folks, my main friend is was then Yao takes over within the shortest minute in a quick. Your elections more time as the year. I say, good evening. My name is Neil Latte from Jamestown. Please fire them. And all day, I say, this year, no joke. You know why? No joke, no joke. Good evening, my good brother. My name is Mima. Inside Medina, Chop Better House. It's only God who would punish Nanado Baumia, Jane Mensah, Damparage, and Chief Justice and NPP for Mother Ghana. And all day, Ebaim. Was a good evening, senior. That man would surely die. I'm Daniel from Achimota, Abofun Ayadan. Ayaya Semu. Good evening, Kwaku, and hope you are doing well. As I watch you tonight, I know that Madame Lydia Seram Al-Hassan, 4 years ago, transported people from Togo to Ghana to come and vote for her. Check and you will see she has family across the border. John should shine his eyes. Pa. Now, okay, we'll talk about that later on. All right. Kwaku. My main friend is... I say, hi, bro. You are my brother, but honestly, I don't like how you are insulting someone on a big show like this. Kwakus are intelligent, but we don't insult, bro. I'm Kwaku. I need to say it as it is, and I think I've put it right there. Okay, folks, my main friend, Yao Emra. We say, the guy always insults you is Napo's boy. I would, okay. This is a behind the scenes message or the mame. I'll say, like, okay, my main way. I'll say, good evening, boss. Please, I'm pleading to NDC MPs in the 2024 elections. They should go to all polling stations as a party agent and protect our vote. We are going massively to go and vote for the party. Caleb from Amasaman. Great. All right, my executive producer is on the B. Yao. Of course, it's going to take much closer to the CDD Afrobarometer report. Now I'm a comprehensive breakdown what the report is saying tonight. And then part 1, Wednesday, the part 2 of the report. Take it over, Yao.
So we have views on trust in public institutions, corruption and elections.
Okay.
Highlights from Afrobarometer round 10 survey in Ghana. So the round 9 was in 2022. And then they had a round 10 this year. Just this month. To go through, we have at glance we have trust in institutions. So among key public institutions like Ghana Armed Forces, religious leaders, traditional leaders, and non-governmental and civil society organizations are the most trusted.
Good.
And under corruption, you have 3/4. That's 74% of Ghanaians say the overall level of corruption in the country has increased during the past year.
You are running speed with us. Take it easy with us.
Yes.
So first institutions lined in the document supposed trusted are institutions where?
So this is just at glance. I'm just reading the glance before I move to the various institutions.
Oh, okay.
So this is more or less like a summary.
Okay.
So trust in institutions said among the key public institutions, the Ghana Armed Forces, religious leaders, traditional leaders, and non-governmental and civil society organizations are the most trusted.
Good. And today, according to the Afrobarometer report, one more say, as someone in Penifum, and I say, as some Christopher and Muslim, Kabum, I feel so Ghana Armed Forces, Edumakuo, enemy traditional leaders, and any Kua Afrobarometer, and Eka Ghana for Ewo GD woman.
Under corruption, 3/4 of Ghanaians say, that's 74% of Ghanaians, say the overall level of corruption in the country has increased during the past year. Then on elections, a large majority, 72% of Ghanaians oppose lowering the voting age from 18 to 16 years. 74% of Ghanaians say overall level of corruption in the country has increased during the last year or the past year.
Good.
So we'll move on.
Not as a Afrobarometer say Ghana for a woman who didn't come about 74% actually say afi corruption catastrophe project dream any chronosem across papa 74%. Go on.
So when we look at the methodology they used, they have national representative sample of adult citizens that's aged 18 and above. Then they have face-to-face interviews in the language of respondents' choice. Standard questionnaire allows comparison across countries and over time. Sample size of 2,400 yields country-level results within a margin of sample error of plus or minus 2% points at 95% confidence level. And data collection for round 10 started 5th August and ended 22nd August 2024. So if you look at the survey demographics, I see they carried out the survey across the various regions. Western, North, Central region, Greater Accra, Volta, OT, Eastern, Ashanti, Ahafo, Bono East, Northern, Savannah, Northeast, Upper West. Then they had surveys in urban centers and then they grouped them, urban and then rural. So the survey was basically carried across region and it was gender balanced, 50% women, 15% men. On educational level, they have no formal education, they have primary, secondary, and post-secondary. Then religious, they have Christians, Muslims, traditional or ethnic, and others. So they included everybody. It isn't just a handful of people, just everybody was represented in this survey. So the key findings, so among key public institutions, that's what I read earlier as part of the glance. So let's move on to trust in institutions. Trust in institutions. So respondents were asked, how much do you trust each of the following? Or haven't you heard enough about them to say? So the various institutions, you have the Ghana Armed Forces, religious leaders, NGOs. So by Ghana Armed Forces, 41% of respondents believe that Ghana Armed Forces, or they trust Ghana Armed Forces a lot. And 24% trust them somehow.
Saying 24?
Yes. So 41% trust them a lot.
Saying 24%, right?
Yes.
That's what we're seeing on the screen.
Yeah, that's what is on the screen.
Trust Ghana Armed Forces.
A lot.
Great. 24% Ghanaians. All right.
Yeah. No, 41 trust them a lot.
Okay.
And 24. Yeah, 24 trust them somewhat. Then religious leaders, 25% trust them a lot.
Good.
24% trust them somewhat. NGOs, 25% trust them a lot. And 27% trust them somewhat.
I see.
Ministry of Health, 22% trust them a lot. 27% trust them somehow. Traditional leaders, 20% trust them a lot. 22% trust them somehow. The presidency, 14% trust them a lot.
14%?
Yes, please.
14% Ghanaians
trust them a lot.
Trust the presidency
a lot.
I see.
And the other 14% of respondents trust them somewhat. The courts, 13% trust them a lot. 22% trust them somewhat.
Hey.
Electoral Commission, 11% trust them a lot. And 17% trust them somewhat. Ghana Police Service, 11% trust them a lot. 18% trust them somewhat. Opposition political parties, 10% trust them a lot. And 17% trust them somewhat.
Yes, the opposition, they have a lot of work to do.
The New Patriotic Party, NPP, 10% trust them a lot and 12% trust them somewhat.
Oh boy.
Members of Parliament, 9% trust them a lot and 16% trust them somewhat.
Hey, 9% trust, but
they're members of Parliament, yes. MMDCs, 6% trust them a lot, then 16% trust them somewhat.
Can you imagine? The municipal and district chief executives, when was my yeka? They be mugo. Mensimu for no. Munye dwebia sikadie no generates internal revenue no. Muntimenye sikadie no munya hwe no mgo assembly dynasties wo keke e no muto na nsem hunko all the municipal chief executive e better na trust mo.
Assemblymen and women, 5% trust them a lot and 16% trust them somewhat. So that is how it is. So you look at the trust institution across the years from 2012 to 2024. Then you see members of parliament. In 2012 it was 49%.
Okay.
2014, 37%. 2017, it jumped to 58%. 2019, it fell to 41%. 2022, it fell further to 27%. And in 2024, it's even a lot worse at 24%. So Parliament has a lot of work to do to raise their image. Then the opposition political parties, same trajectory. It follows like that. Ruling party, same. Then Ghana Police, 42% in 2012, 36 2014, 40 in 2017, 39 in 2019, 28 in 2022, then 28 in 2024. So Ghana Police has had issues with trust.
And Ghana Police, for a very long time,
yes.
CDD report, Ghana Integrity Initiative report, Ghana Police into me score the good marks.
No, and I think it is so because it is very easy for Ghanaians to see the police engaging in taking one form of money or the other. So the perception, so the perception in the mind of a lot of Ghanaians is that they are the most corrupt. But maybe it's not so. Maybe it's a lot worse or better. The other institutions, Electoral Commission, 59% in 2012, 37% in 2014. It jumped to 54% in 2017. 2019, it decreased to 53%. 2022, 33%. And in 2024, 28%.
So then what it means that by that table, it means the trust for Electoral Commission, the mistrust, across.
So from 2012, 59%.
Okay, give us the statistics on the Electoral Commission from 2012.
2012, 59%. 2014, 37%. 2017, 54%. 2019, 53%. 2022, 33%. And 2024, 28%.
That people don't trust them.
Yeah. So that's the trust level, like
trust level.
50. So the number of Ghanaians that had some level of trust in them kept decreasing. So it was higher in 2012.
Really?
And it's a lot lower in 2024.
I see. Now, can we also check the presidency? Do we have it there?
The presidency. In 2012, it was 56%.
Great.
2024, 41%. 2017, 73%. So it went up in 2017. Fell to 58% in 2019. Fell further to 32% in 2022, and it's now 28%.
The people...
Yeah, so if you look at it, from 2017 that Nanado took over, a lot of Ghanaians had confidence in the presidency.
But
that is 73%.
73% then?
Yeah, had a lot of trust in the presidency.
Great. And now it
in 2019, it reduced to 58%. In 2022, it further reduced to 32%. And now, in 2024, it's 28%. So that is how it is. And
the
Ghana,
president trust with Ghanaians is diminishing.
For Ghana Armed Forces, they've never fallen below 50%.
Oh, okay.
72.
Ghanaians trust the army?
Yes, 72 in 2012, 56 in 2014, 75 in 2017, 72 in 2019. 67 in 2022 and then 65 in 2024. Even though it fell a little, they've remained above the 50% mark.
I see.
Yes.
Wow.
So now we'll move on to corruption. Under corruption, they have the key findings. Among key public officials, the police, the presidency, tax officials, MPs and judges and magistrates are most widely perceived as corrupt. 3/4, that's 74% of Ghanaians say the level of corruption in the country increased somewhat or a lot over the past year. A 3% point decline compared to 2022. Only about a quarter, that's 26% of Ghanaians believe that the people can report corruption without fear of retaliation. A decline of 4% points compared to 2022. So this is the summary of issues surrounding corruption.
Hey. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what do we do?
So on corruption, if you look at the charts on the screens, we have Ghana Police at the top of the league. So about 63% of Ghanaians believe that the question they pose to them, how many of the following people do you think are involved in corruption? Or haven't you heard enough about them to say? So 63% of Ghanaians believe that most or all police officers are corrupt.
Eesh.
And 31% believe that some of them are corrupt. So that is the perception of Ghanaians concerning Ghana Police Service. The next on the league, or second on the league, is Office of the President or the Presidency. So we have 54% of Ghanaians or respondents believing that most or all officials at the presidency are corrupt.
The figure is high, 50 saying.
54%.
54%.
Yes, and 36% believe that some of them are corrupt. When you come to the tax officers, 53% believe that most or all of them are corrupt, and 39% believe that some of them are corrupt. Then we come to members of parliament. 51% of Ghanaians believe that all members of parliament or most of them are corrupt. Then 40% believe that some of them are corrupt. So that is the statistics.
Parliament figure high, very, very high.
Yeah. Then we come to the judges and magistrates. 44% against 47%. Electoral Commission 43% against 45%. MMDC is 43% against 47%. Civil servants 39% against 51%. Assemblymen and women 31% against 56%. Business executives 31% believe that most or all of them are corrupt, and 57% believe that some of them are corrupt. Traditional leaders, 29% of respondents believe that traditional leaders are corrupt, or most or all of them are corrupt. And then 56% believe that some of them. Public media journalists.
Hey, in some way.
24% of respondents believe that most or all journalists are corrupt.
Oh, 21% don't believe they are corrupt.
That most or all of them.
Most of all of them. But 60%.
64% believe that some of them, not all of them, some of them are corrupt.
There's at least this barometer report, media not score a good man. Exactly. Oh, me use MCR phone is zooming.
And that one is even the public. That one is the public. They group them into public and private. Then we have religious leaders.
Okay.
21% of respondents believe that all or most religious leaders are corrupt, and 60% believe that some of them are corrupt. When we come to private media journalists, 21% believe that all or most of them are corrupt, and 65% of respondents believe that some of them are corrupt.
I see.
Then we come to non-governmental organizations or NGOs.
That's NGOs.
18% believe that most or all are corrupt, and 57% believe that some of them are corrupt. So that is the issue.
The CSOs and the figures are quite alarming though.
Yes. So, and when you move to the next one, it's a graph that shows the data over the period from 2008 to 2024.
Okay.
That way on corruption involving presidency. No, it's part of it. So it's just like what I've read over there. But this time they're looking at the graph over the period.
Okay.
So the trend.
Okay.
They're looking at the trend analysis.
Good.
So from 2008, you see this graph on the screen. The line above is the line above is for members of parliament, and then the one that is a bit below is the office of the president.
I see.
So you see that in 2008, the perception
corruption trends and
members of parliament was 23%, and office of presidency was 19%, which was very low then. Then in 2012, it jumped from members of parliament to 33%, and that of the presidency jumped to 31%. It jumped and they became equal in 2014, 53%. Then it fell in 2017, which means that in 2017 a lot of Ghanaians had trust in the presidency when Anado took over. So it fell to 35% for members of parliament and 31% for the presidency. It increased again in 2019.
The mistrust increased again in 2019 to 36 now.
Then it kept increasing. As it stands now, in 2022, 55% for presidency and 54% for parliament. And in 2024, presidency decreased by 1% to 54%, and parliament decreased by 2%, or about 3% to 51%. So that is the data on it. And the next one has to do with tax officials, as the perception is that they are
so
also
what are
corrupt.
we going to look at on Wednesday?
On Wednesday, we'll look at CDD's or Afrobarometer's data on the election 2024. Yes.
Can you give us a highlight? What's in that data? Hey, 2024.
Election 2024.
Yes, yeah. You are on the beat. What are you going to give it to us? To gauge.
So in 2020, on the views of election 2024, the key findings, something I will just give out one of them. As I read one from the beginning, that a lot of majority, or 72% of Ghanaians, do not believe that we should reduce the voting age from 18% to 16%.
Okay.
And it says 6 in 10 citizens, 60% say the 2020 general election was completely free and fair, or free and fair with minor problems.
I see.
So that is 60% of Ghanaians believed in what happened in 2020. So the rest will keep it in the fridge for Wednesday.
Great. The rest will keep it in the fridge for Wednesday. That's executive producer Yamba just gone past. Not any delivery, no. Or the other. My income is in here. So Mr. Kwaku Annan, Akufo-Addo, Baolaya, Attorney General, Chief Justice, all of them. Women will be like a Canadian. Or say Ghanaians are crying for war. I will fight and die like a man. No, Debbie, we will not call for war now. Hi, or see you are just good. God be with you. Amen. Wanfanidi Amma. Or say wow. Explosive expose, Kwaku. Your eagle eye unveiling any hidden agenda and grand scheme in perpetuity. Coming elections, Ghanaians are demanding compelling answers to the perennial concocted problem unleashed as citizens over the years. Kwaku, we are awake, tenacious that Ghana would be rescued from these crop of incompetent and self-serving leaders. Good evening, Kwaku. PK Kaswa. Me who say PK go now structural literaturistics like that. If MPP come to power again, we are dead. NDC should do well to get rid of all the illiterates Baumia has sent to Jubilee House to work as national security with the qualifications when they come in power. No, they buy. Good evening, Kwaku. It's well with our soul. Nana from Oyarefa. And or they buy. Or say evil that men do live with them, Bedietu is now regretting. They must all taste the bitter of what they have planted. I'm Abdul, okay? Abdul or they buy. Kwaku or say okay, my kind know that. My mention wins here. Or say, wound to me should not dare Kofi Boachu. Yo, Kwaku. I don't believe Asante Bedietu is sick. It's one of their ploys to swindle Ghanaians and escape jail and scrutiny. No, and this he's sick. Problem in Niho. We all said this election, I hope NDC would win. Good evening, NDC is coming. And no, they buy folks. My main family in Siha. Na yeden. Yamayad. Oh, Bebao. Nana. Nana, West Nibuma can't even pronounce the names well, Monfanchemi. So why don't you just use some simple names? Nana what? Is it well, Mamenka Nana. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. No, Atem Diabim. Also, great job. Thank you very much. Vivian Akofa Mote. Also, good show, American Embassy. Negan Pauline. Also, good evening, K. You are the best show ever. Thank you very much. Anderson Eric, well done. Mary Abo, you are doing great job. God bless you. Now, Valerian, so what is going on with Betty to Makinkan? Now, folks, Mamenka, folks, take it this way. And yeah, me pride is say Nipa Beba no more shower praises on to me. No, I'm sorry. Come and show your disagreement into whatever that I'm saying. Now, call baby. Me sabi en kaso bia me shower praise no me hia sa de na ehwe so no but say obaba say Kwaku you are a fool Kwaku you say me hear me program na me hear me content na me there me na me wo floor no it is a un pay me program na ko wani mu e na we did matem say then how no bi su de na message abana nkusie nkrante ahwire mu fo akire bi nya pemirefo Basa, really move for complete rogue scavengers, illiterates for a Bruno Mobejano. Odin, we did matter when you are at a program every day. Opa Wumpo, me ba, a DJ be gumuso. Shemu Guillermo, I'm some one in some campus basano. We jai na my study. What is here? Umpo. For some of my right. Then you want to like folks in the movies here. Oh, you're going out my Wednesday, another exclusive, and I'm Quemoba. On Wednesday, may Baba Chremo report to be Bepie, Quenya. And Yamina make on reports na betre. Where your audio. Kwanya MPP for edituo amamani pebi asetu no ye be bom say pay. E ma na be ye adwuma. Wow, better wasum. Obi go so better sounds. Yeah. Brace yourselves, folks, in the days ahead. And ye na no together we think and talk and make this Ghana a proud nation. Folks, me the musia nipa abo me chidom no. Ruby X and then Echo Bestmark, and then Kings Campbell, online editor, and then the great guys, credible Ominabo, Bamam Dishone Ebro, editors or more at large, Kofi Ansan, director of research, and no Kofi Edri, Ominabo, Yankopo Yadma, next week, Afrobarometer Part 2, plus some other serious developing stories.